win, who need to win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route. I leave an outline when I hear the whisper forms. Been moved, is on scope. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off. Whisper forms. Been moved, is on scope. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was dying and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Red iron with the game now. They're hearing with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. It's the high cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal.
Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, this is the National Football League. Mitch Wishnell. To kick off for San Francisco.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going.
And we are underway from Santa Clara.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Oklahoma product Baker Mayfield trotting out there now with the rest of this Browns offense.
And I think Baker Mayfield has had a tremendous offseason getting ready for this one because he put the focus squarely on football and cut out a lot of the peripheral stuff. Just focused in on being the best quarterback and leader for his Cleveland Browns team. And now all he has to do, take care of the turnover issues of last year. 21 interceptions he threw, second most in the NFL.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. And Kareem Hunt taking over the lead back duties when Nick Chubb got hurt with his knee injury week 4 at Dallas. Of course, Hunt, he was the lead back for Kansas City, and some people may have forgotten already, but in 2017, he led the league in rushing. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
At the 30-yard line.
And a nice carry and a 1st down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 70 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground, usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First time we get to see the 49ers offense behind their quarterback. Now in his 7th season as a pro from Eastern Illinois, it's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And there he is, the man known as Jimmy G, Jimmy Garoppolo, who I thought had a really nice year in 2019. So close to culminating with a Super Bowl title. Accurate with the football, completed nearly 70% of his passes, which was 4th best in the NFL. Nearly 4,000 yards through the air with a team that runs the ball with great efficiency. 27 touchdowns, but in the Super Bowl, didn't quite make the plays they needed down the stretch. But remember, some big wins last year. At New Orleans, at Seattle in Week 17, 2 playoff wins. He's continuing going to develop as one of the better ascending players in the league.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
It's a gain.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
51 to Mike, boy, 51.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards on first, 4 on second, and now 5 on third down. Move the sticks.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
13 yards there and a Niner first. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line.
Man, this is ridiculous, man.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sheldon Richardson able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Go ahead.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Mayfield gives throws this one to Hunt. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Third down, here's Hunt. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. First down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
And they run again on first down, Chubb. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Jason Barrett brought him down. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 13. At the Niners' 40.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Give to Nick Chubb.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Mayfield looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. A play fake for Mostert. Now Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 57 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. Comes the tackle.
Nice.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10. at their own.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting the lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
A run for Nick Chubb. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
A fumble on the play. Out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. On the carry, it's Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a third and about 13.
His pass complete to Kareem Hunt. 5 yards on the pickup. And this is third down.
Third and long for Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Down, Mayfield. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down. And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, he'll look down. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 7. The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down
and he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 83 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now Parkey for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Out come the defending champs of the NFC, San Francisco 49ers. And by the way, they looked like the defending champs of the NFC Week 7. Second straight victory, 33-6. They beat New England in Foxborough. Biggest margin of victory at Gillette Stadium by a visiting team in 2 decades. And Jimmy Garoppolo, of course, was the former heir apparent in New England, and he played well. 277 yards, and in true Jimmy G fashion, CD, he called it a cool week.
Yeah, he kept telling himself,
well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes down for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.
The kick is...
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise. Because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
First and 10. At their own 30.
The Cleveland Browns, they're 5-2 now on the year, coming off maybe the wildest game that we've seen this season when they defeat Cincinnati 37-34. And I say maybe the wildest because this is the first NFL game ever to have 5 go-ahead touchdowns in the fourth quarter. It was a roller coaster ride back and forth. But the Browns ultimately winning it on a Baker Mayfield touchdown pass to Donovan Peoples-Jones with just 11 seconds to play. And I said it, Browns 5-2. We kind of talked about it last week, Charles, but all of a sudden people in Cleveland are starting to get really excited.
And they should. And I know that they're disappointed because against the best in their division, the score hasn't been good for them, right? The opener, Baltimore, they got blasted against Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh last week. But bottom line is they are 5-2 and in playoff contention. And Baker Mayfield, he really bounced back from a rough Pittsburgh game. 21 passes in a row he completed against against Cincinnati. That's a franchise record. Now there's some bad news. Odell Beckham Jr., knee injury. The talk is that maybe it's an ACL and that he's out for the rest of the season. But Baker continued to spread the ball around, and we'll see what happens. And they're also hoping to get Nick Chubb back at running back in the near future. Next up, they host Las Vegas, then they get an open week.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Now a timeout taken.
First down.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
It's second down and 10.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. 21. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense. Don't do us like that.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Play action. Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Brings up.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Throwing on second and long. Garoppolo finding some room in midfield. Again, looking for Samuel. This time the catch made. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Down by Carl Joseph.
From the 36, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he... get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At at their own.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. First down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Mayfield to throw it. He'll let it go deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Beckham Jr.
Odell Beckham,
Cleveland.
70 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Fielded in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question is, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? You go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He's got this to the rookie from ASU, Brandon Ayuk. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Complete to Deebo Samuel.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And able to haul it in is Kittle.
That's another.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Robbie Gould on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
Niners 31, Browns 21.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Donovan Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
At the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They run. Chubb. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Jason Barrett brought him down. It's a gain of a yard. And this is 3rd.
They run it again with Chubb. Able to push his way through. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He's going to look deep now for Land. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 77 yards, and the Browns have cut it back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now Parkey for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, The quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Get ready. Get ready. Here we go. What do you need?
Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Garoppolo on first down. Dancing to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he'll go down at the 26. Following a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert.
26.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, 26 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And he loses the football a second time. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
First down run there by Mostert, but it won't accomplish much. In fact, officially, he'll only get back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
The tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Goodson made the tackle. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
There he goes, right side. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Kevin Coleman, 40 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Through an opening, and there he goes.
You know they pay me extra for this.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, 59 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
For San Francisco.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Returning it, Johnson. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
34-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off on a former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mack Wilson gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Now a play fake. Garoppolo.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of...
And now off to the races. And at the end of it, he stripped. Ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Recovered by Cleveland.
One last shot for Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on won this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much